Hello guys, this is Paradox29 from Chicken Tikka Gaming, and yeah, well, there's a new game here. It's called Echo, and yeah, well, just to give a small talk about this. Well, this game found it on Steam, and this game is like it's more of a stealth operation type mission, type game. What am I blabbering? It's a stealth game with different options where each action will lead to a different consequence, and yeah, so that's pretty much about it. And well, the enemies are basically your clones in this game. So every action that you do gets reflected, and the enemies will copy that. So that's something which goes on here. Um, yeah, and yeah, this game is pretty interesting, and from what I see, there are really good reviews for this. We tried getting in touch with the developer. We sent him a mail, but we couldn't get a review copy, so we just went ahead and bought it on Steam. So yeah, I think that's all. Oh, what is this? Oh, okay. Never mind. So yeah, I initially just started this and I realized I didn't record any of this stuff. So well, I didn't go into much, just the initial cutscene and stuff, right? Well, hopefully here goes. All right. So this Echo, and you can find on Steam. Released like a couple of days back. Couldn't do much yesterday. All right. So with that said, thank you guys for supporting so much, and let's go into the game.
All our songs were about it. A magical place of life without end. A palace of untold wonders. But only for the worthy. So our lives were desperately dedicated to qualify. Pinpoint perspective on the great reward. Only I never wanted to go. Those words alone could mean death. So when I ran, I knew it meant never stopping to catch my breath. If I wanted to live. And so it was. Yet here I am. The place I spent my whole life escaping. I feel like shit.
Of course you do. Your wound has healed. The pain is from the stasis and will pass within a week. The nausea will linger, probably intensify when you start to realize that more than 100 years have passed. Everything you knew is gone. This is not another one of your running away from home excursions. Your grandfather won't send someone to pick you up this time. That's all gone now.
So you decided not to like me. But you've had a century to plan what to say, and that's it? How about you screwed up the best deal we ever had, or you come waltzing in here giving orders, or even Foster died because of you, you stupid bitch. I don't like me much either. But I can fix this. I can bring him back.
I don't know how you hope to achieve that, little miss, but I suggest you start your efforts by laying back down. Loss of motor skills is common even for experienced long haulers, which I suspect you are not.
I suppose you had a long time.
Getting a little bit of lag there. Just hold on a second. I wish I had NetBase overlay right now. I don't know why it's not showing here. So, wait, is this locked at 30 FPS or something? not entirely sure. So, let's just reduce. Oh, I see. Now my anti-aliasing.
Mull things over.
Okay,
Nothing.
still. Yeah, sorry. Textures can be on. I don't even matter much. Right. Be fine.
I can say we'll change your mind.
Yep. Okay, there's a different camera angle from what I'm used to in other games. Okay. Damn, that's a bad wound there. I don't know how. Which way do we go now? Okay, so.
So where is he?
He? Oh, you mean the cube? Yes, I had a very good look at that while you were asleep. I think you're in for a disappointment. Nothing suggests any sentience. No interface to access the thing, nor any reason to do so. There's nothing in there. It's just a pretty cube.
If we knew how to operate it, we wouldn't have had to come here. This is how I see it. You don't answer to my orders, and yet you took us this far, so clearly I'm not the only one hoping that I can achieve something. I can work with that.
Not hope. Respect. For Foster. God knows why, but he wanted me here. The stupid lighter proves it. I suspect staying wasn't even an option, considering how you stumbled on board covered in blood, demanding departure a week ahead of schedule.
Yeah. Respect, then. That'll work too.
Okay, so I guess the path doesn't matter because I'm just gonna follow these lights, as I had gone right, it would have taken me right here anyway. Pretty sure I'm not missing anything because there's no HUD overlay, so I think I'm just gonna follow this light here. Why is it in Chinese? I'm not sure what language is that, but I'm not sure. This is interesting. So N, that's our protagonist. Okay, I'm just trying to fast forward or move a little bit faster. Not able to do so. So I guess this is all like staged. Right, let's go. Well, from what I see, I just saw a couple of gameplay of this, from the Steam, on the Steam store page. So that was pretty damn good, man, because it had a similar mechanic to build a cell, if I'm right. Yeah, because there's something called I'm not sure, where you get a few kills and then you get like a multi-kill sort of option. I forgot what that name is. So, apologies.
I need a suit. I don't see anything but ice.
It's not ice. I don't know that we can even trust what we see. This whole planet eluded detection until about a week ago. No visual cues, no gravitational pull, nothing. Even with the exact coordinates, I nearly missed it.
We're looking for a palace.
Why am I not surprised?
Give it a rest, will you? Can you see any structures on the planet?
You're looking at it. It's all one big structure, planet-wide. No palace, though. I'm guessing it's some corporate state's illegitimate mining project from the pre-requisition rush. That would explain the heavy clouding measures. The planet is most likely depleted of all resources. An empty shell. Hope the old man didn't pay too much for the coordinates.
You have no idea. Just get me down there. I'll go see for myself.
Surface too.
So,
What a strange place. It's impressive, really.
I'm enabling the suit's assist mode to compensate for your inexperience.
oh, alright.
There's something here. This must be some sort of release mechanism. Did you hear that? It's definitely doing something.
What's this? Very interesting. For a second, I was just wondering how I would get past all of this. Okay, so I assumed there was no hard elements to it, but damn.
Look, there's an opening down there. It's too far to jump, though.
The suit will soften your landing if charged sufficiently.
And if not?
It will stop you from leaping. The suit reads your intentions from your synaptic activity and receives commands from your voice or eye movements. A bit archaic, but Foster trusted that suit with his life.
Cutting edge doesn't go well with space travel. The journey here alone made the suit an antique.
It's not the suit's performance that worries me.
Okay, so alright, cell meter visualizes your total capacity. So that's basically our energy. Alright, cell cost amount to any production will be highlighted in yellow. Alright, auto charging of cells. Oh, okay. Well, so that's basically tells me how much energy I have. Here or so it's broken, I'm guessing. Sure. I definitely can't put that.
It's falling apart. It all looks strangely warped. I wonder how long it's been here.
A composite like that should last forever, but it all looks ready to crumble.
It must be ancient.
Okay, this is the garage mechanic. Alright.
This place was made for humans. It's not just a machine mine.
Most digs have a basic infrastructure if human presence should be needed. Probably also rudimentary living quarters. Doesn't mean anyone was ever here, though.
Gramps believed the place to be untouched by humans. A palace built by long-lost technology, patiently awaiting its first human inhabitants. And you figure this is no more than a bootleg mining operation. Got to appreciate the contrast.
I generally lean towards plausible explanations. Your grandfather, well, everything he believed in, he made up himself.
I don't know about that. He had the coordinates right.
Look around you. This obviously isn't a palace.
Your man might have gotten some aesthetic details wrong, but he wasn't the kind of person who'd risk everything without some kind of proof.
I really wouldn't get my hopes up.
How do I turn down the volume on the commentary track?
You are overconfident. Immature people often are. You should be taking notes every time I open my mouth.
Wait, hold on a second. Let me see if I can jump. Alright. So far, I kind of like this game because I'm a pretty big fan of stealth games. I've played Dishonored. I know Dishonored gives you an experience to choose whatever you want. But so that Metal Gear Solid, Splinter Cell, hardcore stealth games, something which I'm a big fan of. So I kind of like this game so far. And
Slippery.
Yeah, so as I was saying, the graphics was
What
is
exactly
cool.
are these structures then? Have you seen others like them since you're such an expert?
I've had my fair share of halls based on wild speculation. It doesn't matter if it comes from desperate need or delusions of grandeur. There's never anything there but bitter disappointment.
Was this with Foster?
Before Foster.
I got the feeling you two have been together for ages.
I've been crisscrossing the spur for 1,000 years. Foster was with me for a century and a half.
Right, I'll try my best to not talk during dialogues or cutscenes because I love a purely good story, and from what I can see, apparently this game is like game of the year material. So I don't want to be ruining your experience as well. So yeah, as I was saying, so this game is pretty well made so far. And, okay, what is that? Can I see the character's face? I can't. Anyway, it's pretty well made so far, and yeah, the graphics are kind of cool. So the gameplay which I saw, wow, I did not expect that. Oh no, this sounds. No, don't break.
If you've only been with Foster for a century and a half, you hardly knew him at all. I mean, we've been traveling together for a century, and we only just met.
100-year haul is quite the extreme. Foster's longest was 16. I knew him plenty.
He trusted you, and said that I could too, that you would help me.
Foster didn't leave me much choice. You don't mess up a job for your grandfather and then team up with the person you were sent out to get in the first place.
You could have just handed me back.
You really are naive.
I think you're doing this because you believe there's a chance to get your friend back.
You're so caught up in your homemade religion that you're oblivious to common sense. I warned Foster about you resourcefuls. Best not to deal with your kind.
Why did you then? Get involved, I mean.
Foster disagreed. And gold makes for a powerful argument.
Alright. I don't like it, when she starts walking when they start talking. Yeah, because it's kind of annoying and it like softens the pace. And yeah, well, this gameplay isn't, what I saw in the trailer because the gameplay trailer had a place called the Palace. I hope that's what she's looking for because she's mentioned it a couple of times in the game. So yeah, so the Palace is where you make a simulation of all these clones of our character here. If I'm right, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna call her.
There must be a way inside down there. That looks like some kind of landing bay.
It looks like nothing of the sort.
You know, you're nothing like I expected from a friend of Foster's. Such an odd team.
An old rescue vessel from the Requisition and a man without a past. None of our marks knew what hit them. And then we were gone. The stuff we pulled off. You wouldn't believe it.
I believe it. I was one of your jobs.
A thieving rich kid with a gambling problem hardly qualifies. I got the brief. Not much of an extraction, really. No one giving a shit about you where you dug down. Only challenge Foster could see was that your grandfather wanted you to willingly hand back whatever it was you stole from him.
You're wrong about everything. Even Foster.
I seriously doubt that I am. He was good, Foster. Always had his eye on the ball. You may think you knew him, that he felt sorry for you, but he would never let that happen. I don't know what went wrong that night, why Foster died, but I'm sure you don't understand much of it either.
Sorry, I didn't mean to threaten your romance.
Cute.
I like the voice acting, man. You know, it's like pretty quirky.
Finally, something.